Naomi's Tarot, and this is your pick a card reading, what you need to know right now, what you need to hear right now. So what you need to know right now, I want you to concentrate on 1, 2, or 3 and pick your card, pick your number. If you'd like your own reading, go to naomitarot.com. And if you would like to watch more extended videos on the pandemic, on royals, on Palladian messages, and any of those types of readings, you can go to Patreon and subscribe for $5.99 for unlimited access or $2 for specified royal or pandemic podcast access. So if you chose message number 1, we're going to get right into it. Message number one says, you have been waiting for something for quite some time. You have been feeling perhaps very apathetic. Here we see a woman sitting down, looking off into the shore, and she does not look too happy, but she doesn't really look sad. She just looks melancholy. Well, melancholy is the wrong word. She just looks apathetic and kind of like she's spacing out or daydreaming, and she's not really that enthusiastic with much of anything in her life right now. The victory that you desire is coming, and the victory that you desire is closer than you think. You do not have to despair because the time of waiting will end for you. The time of waiting will end for you. And this could be also signaling that the victory is coming around June, meaning a lot of the restrictions, are not all of them, but some of them, to at least make a little part of our life go back to normal, is going to be lifted by June, at least in the United States. Not quite sure for the rest of the world, but that's what I'm getting. So, use this time to try to be productive in some way if you are inside, or to try to think of a new idea on how to do things in your life that may work better than they had before, because it's understandable that you may be having this feeling of apathy. But my advice to you would be, don't try to push it away or shame yourself for it. Just try to examine it and say, okay, what do I feel like this, and what can I do right now to maybe channel energy into something else, something more productive or useful for myself. And if I can't right now, you can say to yourself, it's okay. I feel apathetic right now. I don't feel that happy. I don't feel that sad. I just feel blah, and I'm just going to wait for it to pass. Okay? Thank you for watching, and go to my website if you'd like a reading. Watch the sign readings, Earth, Air, Water, Fire for the month of May. Go to my Patreon and subscribe to the general subscription of Spiritual Truths for $5.99. Thank you. If you chose message number 2, you are feeling like you need to be of assistance to others, or you need others' assistance because you feel like the world is crumbling down around you. There are huge changes with the Tower. Now, this could signal personal changes. Maybe you've had a breakup, or maybe you've lost a job. It could also just signal the huge changes in the world that we're facing right now with the pandemic. If you'd like to know more in-depth information about the pandemic and what I think, go to my pandemic podcast on Patreon. It's $2 a month. Unlimited access is $6. Anyways, so you feel like the world is crumbling down around you in some way. Now, this could also just be your personal life, as I said, not the pandemic, or it could be both. And you feel like you need extra assistance with the doctor, or you feel like you are being of assistance to others. And you're in this type of situation that's become codependent. So either you're the one on the receiving end, or you're the one on the giving end. And things have been quite codependent, meaning somebody is always helping out the other person's always in the servile position, and the other person is in the victim, I need help position. This is not really always a healthy energy to be in. I think you need to be honest with yourself, or honest with somebody else, about what you desire from this relationship instead of just waiting for it to get better. I think you actively need to say something, because I think you've been dishonest with yourself or somebody else about this for quite some time. There's been some fallacy going on, maybe some lying to yourself, that you can take things this way going on indefinitely, and you really can't, and you're really not happy with it. So instead of waiting for things to get better, you need to act for change, and you need to communicate something is not working for you. Because this martyrdom that you've placed yourself or somebody else in is not how a human being should stay the rest of their lives. People sometimes need to do things for themselves as well. They can't always expect other people to do things for them. Like, I'm a firm believer of this because since I was 19 years old, this is the first time I've been back with relatives for an extended period of time. Since I was 19 years old and I'm in my mid 30s, I have been completely on my own, like completely on my own, and never once went back, except for maybe like a 1 month span of time. So I'm a firm believer in not being dependent and being very independent, but sometimes that can go so far in the other direction where you're unwilling to accept help. This isn't about unwillingness to accept or give help. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is this is about not enabling. There is somebody you are being enabled by, or more likely, you are enabling in your life, and it needs to stop because they will not be able to learn their own lessons or live out their own life path if you continue to do so. If you'd like your own reading, go to naomitarot.com. Thanks. Bye bye. Watch the sign readings, Earth, Air, Water, Fire for the month of May. Go to my Patreon and subscribe to the general subscription of Spiritual Truths for $5.99. Thank you. Message number three talks about the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands discusses support, and support you may be seeking or you may be giving to somebody else and a friend. So maybe a good friend of yours is going to enter into a more serious relationship with you. They're going to become more than a friend and it's going to turn into a long-term relationship. Or this is speaking about the relationship you have right now is going to build into this beautiful, supportive friendship, soulmate relationship I'm seeing very strongly with the Nine of Cups as well, and one in which things really go smoothly, and so smoothly, in fact, you start to think to yourself, is this too good to be true? Well, it's not too good to be true. Not everything in life is too good to be true. And sometimes we're always looking around the corner for the enemy. We're always worrying that there's some enemy or some hidden motive. But sometimes we can self-sabotage when we do that. And it's time to have a conversation and get clear with yourself or get clear with somebody else as to what your real feelings are about this. What are your hangups? What are your fears? Because I see a beautiful relationship either blossoming with somebody else or continuing with somebody else you're already with. And you have a lot of hope for the future. You have a lot of support from this person, and you guys really could be friends and lovers till the end. Now, if this is not a lover and it's just a strong friendship, maybe you need to have communication with them about their motivations. Maybe you don't fully trust them because of things that happened in the past. You need to talk about your misconceptions, or maybe not even to them, but you need to explore within yourself what's making you fear deep bonds with others, and why can you not accept that it is not too good to be true, that you are deserving of this, and have a conversation with yourself that you do deserve the Nine of Cups. You are deserving, and that is being given to you by the universe, God, Goddess, your angels. If you'd like your own reading, go to naomitarot.com. Thanks. Bye-bye. Watch the sign readings, Earth, Air, Water, Fire for the month of May. Go to my Patreon and subscribe to the general subscription of Spiritual Truths for $5.99. Thank you.